Hi, it's Jessie with Playing with Jessie, and I'm going to show you very quickly how you can make your own traveler's notebook similar to this. They're called different things, Midori, Fauxdori, but this particular one is actually made out of a binder that I got for very little money. I think it was less than $1. I've also I saw another tutorial where someone used plastic placemats, so that's another option. I think they were from the Dollar Tree in that particular example. So whatever you have that's this sort of plastic material would work. And as you can see, I have two Moleskines notebooks that I'm going to fit my cover to use. I've had these notebooks for a long time. I used them to bullet journal for a few months a couple of years ago and kind of gave up on that, but they've pretty much sat unused since then. So whatever notebooks you have, you can just customize your cover to fit them. So here I'm just cutting off part of the binder, and then I'm going to just measure how big I want it to be based on the size of my notebooks. As you could see at the beginning, I had previously made a very small one using a much smaller size notebook. So really any notebook that you have, the beauty of this is you could make the traveler's notebook cover to fit whatever notebook you have that you want to use. If you want to buy something like this in a store or online, it's going to be particular set of measurements. And doing it this way, you can make it whatever measurements you want. So here I'm just measuring the plastic to fit the notebooks that I have, and then just trimming it down to size. I didn't really try to make this look perfect or anything. If you've watched any of my other DIY tutorial type videos, I'm not really big on perfection. I just like it to be functional and look cute. So I've got it cut to size, and now I need to punch the holes. I actually I saw a tutorial, which I will put the link below, and I took her method of doing the holes. It seems like a lot of different people have different ways of putting the elastic in, but I liked hers because it was simple and didn't involve a lot of different elastics. So I'm just using a 1/8 punch to punch the holes in. If you have any other punch size, it will probably work fine, but that's the smallest one I had, so that's what I used. So I'm just putting 2 holes on either end, as you can see there, and then I'm trying to make them approximately the same distance on the top and bottom. And then the elastic I'm using is a stretchy, I think it's called Stretch Lace from Dollar Tree. So it was $1, obviously, and I got a whole bunch in a bunch of different colors. So that's what I used on the smaller notebook you saw at the beginning, and that's what I used here as well. You also need to make a hole in the middle of the back of the notebook, and my punch doesn't reach, as you can see. So I kind of figured out where I want the hole to be, sort of in the center. And if you have a punch or an awl or any kind of screw punch, that kind of thing, that would be great to make your hole. I don't have that. So I just used this pen and jammed it through, which worked. And then I'm just here showing the different colors I have. I'm deciding what color elastics to use based on the color of the print, and I decided to go with the blue. And so you just want to thread the elastic from the outside in through both holes at the top, and then take the elastic down to the bottom and put from the inside out the top hole, and then from the outside in the bottom hole. And then you want to tie that in a knot. And this elastic is what's going to be holding your notebook in. So you want to make sure that it's snug enough that it's not going to be too loose so that the book's not going to stay in properly. And if you don't make it tight enough the first time, you can always And just untie the knot and retie it. It's really not a big deal. So don't stress too much about it. And then for the elastic through the back, this is going to be the elastic that holds the book closed. So you want to thread 2 ends of a piece of elastic in and tie a knot. Again, if it's too loose, you can always untie it or just clip it and pull it through some more and retie it. I did it the first time, obviously it was way too loose, so I just pulled some through and retied it, snipped off the difference, and it's not a big deal. So don't stress that you're not cutting the elastic exactly right. You can always fix it. So if you just have one notebook that you want to use, you just slide it into the elastic in the middle like this, after folding the notebook open at the midpoint, and then it's perfect for just one notebook if that's what you want to do. Elastic around like so, and that'll hold it together. Now most people don't just have one notebook, so if you want more than one notebook, it's pretty easy to do that as well. Take the 2 notebooks you want and open them both to the middle, like so. And then you want to use a piece of elastic to tie these 2 together. So I took more of my Dollar Tree elastic and put them together, figured out how big of a piece I wanted, tied it off into a loop, and then I was able to put that around the 2 books to put them together. Again, I was just guessing, so if you know it's not accurate, you can just clip it and retie. So there, the books are tied together, and then what you want to do is treat the 2 books as though they were, you know, the halves of one book, and slide it through the middle elastic, just like I did in the example of the one book earlier. And you just pretend like this is one big book, and it holds it together like so. Wrap the elastic around, and there you have it. A homemade traveler's notebook with 2 notebooks in it, made from very inexpensive materials. Thank you so much for watching.